Hey guys, it's Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, and today is our Magic Toast Smoke Together Day. So let's get started.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Okay, we're back. So we have a few people already on here: Travis, James, Martina, Maya, Matthew, Jocelyn, and Michael Wells. So today we already talked about it. It's gonna be the Magic Toast Smoke Together Day, and I know a lot of people have been waiting all day. It's like some sort of drug rehab thing. Is like you binding yourself, you can't smoke for the day. You're like, I'm waiting for it. When can I smoke it? And finally now we can smoke it. Hey Matt. So yeah, I'm excited to smoke this too because we smoked it already before to know that this is good. So without too much going too much into the video, I want to tell you that the hashtag we're gonna use to win the cigar is actually in the title. Just look in the title. There's one hashtag in there. Use that hashtag with your photo in the Facebook group, and then you'll be entered to win the prize for tonight's smoke together. Just make sure you also have to like this video as well. I should see like 500 likes on this video today, just today alone. All right, because this deserves a like. Hey Chris, so let's open it up and get started on smoking this thing. Put my phone away. Put on mute. In case most people is looking for us, wondering what we're doing today. So that I just wanted to show you guys the box for those people who never seen the box before. Outside is actually less interesting than the inside because outside is this moth, this little moth thingy. And the back side, it says 20 premium cigars, Alec Barley 2018, handmade in Honduras. Right there. So, I hope not. Is anybody else lagging? I hope not, because when I logged on, it actually said great connection. You can't find Magic Toast anyone around you? Oh, come on. You should have done one of our group buy too, because we literally did a group buy on this thing. We went through 2 boxes and then some of this. So next time, if we're gonna do events, you should join the group buy so that you can make sure you have that cigar with you. Let's see if I can move this up a little bit. All right, cut, lit, and let's go. Good. So the draw. I hope everybody had a good day because I did have a relatively good day. I went out and I picked up my hats. So if you saw my post, you know I picked up my hat today. I did go with the top one and the bottom one. Did not go with the black one in the middle only because I have other black ones. So you know I didn't feel the need to do that. You know. What's that for? All right, so let's let it up. If you today, for some reason, I just got onto one of Tim's video that talk about lighters, but yeah, all the other countries is using flame, like regular soft flame. Only we use like torch lighters. To be really honest, it's more popular in the West, in America, but in Asia, everybody uses regular lighters. It's just easier overall. That's a good lit. Woo! So, first of all, I want to talk about this ahead of time. I'm looking at a ticket to go to Arizona, so that is gotta happen. Unless something else happens in between, I am going to Arizona again sometime this year. Right now, I'm looking at sometime October, but we're planning it out. So look forward to it. If you're in Arizona, better plan your day out. If I'm only going there for like 2-3 days, so if you gotta come out to smoke, you gotta come out to smoke. Come out to smoke. Okay. A good cigar. Today I'm actually pairing with this. If you don't know what that is, it's a Red Bull. It's a sugar-free Red Bull. I just saw this in the market today when I was walking around. And honestly, I never tried this before. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I'm gonna drink it tonight. And I just keep forgetting to drink it. And until now, I was like, you know what? I might as well drink something. So that's what I end up drinking. For science. For science. Sometimes you just don't know something pairs well with something until you try it. Alright? You just don't know. So yeah, I bought 2 different ones. This one and the other one. And the funny thing is that this one and the other one, the difference is 10 times. Literally 10 times. This thing has 15 calories per can, and the other Red Bull has 150 calories per can. I was like, whoa. See, yeah, you can always try something different, try something completely different to go with pairing. Sometimes you just might find out like hidden gem that you never thought of. It's like you know, chicken and waffles. They shouldn't go together, but they do. Right? Like deep fried and banana. Deep fried banana tastes really good, just so you know. Deep fried banana tastes great. You know, mochi and ice cream. You know, they don't go together really if you just think about it, but they do. This is so good. Chicken waffle delicious. I agree with that. So, first lit up. Obviously, the first puff really cannot justify it. So let's do the couple puff. Spicy, so this pepper, you know, there's a little bit of wood tone, earthy tone, but a lot of pepper. It goes through my nose, it burns it. Just a little bit of coffee, but pepper is overwhelming. The pepper is overwhelming on this one, so. I like this one because I feel like this cigar is literally between a Liga 9 and a Liga T52. So, I mean, for me, T52 had too much pepper, Liga 9 is too light. Add them together, you get this, literally. So this turned out to be the one that I choose to smoke together. What notes are you getting for your cigars? Let me know. If you're not smoking a Alec Bradley Magic Toast, let me know what else you're smoking. You know, there's no rule says you have to smoke that today. We just like to smoke together whenever you have something like that, you know? It'll be cool. You know what's really funny? Because I don't know the name of that guy that played James Bond recently. If anybody got that name, you let me know. But what happened is right before I come down, she saw a picture. It's literally James Bond smoking a cigar right before the set is starting and all that's like prepping himself. Of course James Bond gonna smoke cigars. You kidding me? And then she's like, I wonder what cigar they're smoking. I was looking at it, there's no band on it. I was like, it has to be a Davidoff because they're official sponsor of 007. Smoking a Tatuai Skinny Monster TIFF. Which one is TIFF? Yeah, Daniel Craig, that's the name. That's correct. So Daniel Craig was smoking a cigar. It looks like a Bellicoso or something like that, and he was just really smoking at it. And got caught on camera. I was like, what? You kidding me? James Bond don't smoke cigar? Get out of here. Like, if you automatically disqualify if you don't smoke cigar as a James Bond, right? You have to be. It's manliest of men, right? You gotta go to different events. You gotta go to those like tuxedo events, and you don't smoke cigar. Get out of here. Let's move out of there. United Maduro, yeah. Oh, Tiffany, okay. Chucky's wife. So let me open this and tell you how this one tastes like, because I know the cigar tastes good. This thing tastes good, it's a question. The flavor is called crisp pear. Crisp pear, and it says artificially flavored. Wow, duh. Artificially flavored, are you kidding me? I couldn't be. That couldn't have been. Alright, here he goes. Actually tastes like pear. It's actually not bad. Even though it's sugar free. Let me see what they use as replacement. Xanthan gum and sucrose. You know, I'm just kind of like always puzzled with this is sugar free, but sucrose is still sugar, right? It's still sugar, so. No, I think I taste the cigar just fine even with that. It's actually not. It's actually calms the pepper down a little bit. To be honest, it's actually weird, but it's you know, it works. It works. So let me catch up on the messages. Travis said I prefer this over Liga for the price. I'm getting dark chocolate, roast coffee, and some earth. That's exactly what it is. I think that there's less of dark chocolate though. In the beginning, there's actually more roasted coffee and overwhelming amount of earth that's covered the roast coffee. So it also almost tastes like a dirty coffee, right? Like a dirty roasted coffee a little bit. But as you go through, at the end of it, the dark chocolate kind of covers over as it goes. Musty earth, yeah. It's kind of like, it kind of works with that coffee note, and it feels like dirty, but it's not. So make sure to take a picture of yourself smoking this cigar tonight and post it on Facebook. Use the hashtag that's in this title. This particular episode's title is the key to winning. And make sure to hit the likes. You know, right now we're at 11 people online. We should see 11 likes. Yep. So right now, just a little bit of fruit. I'm also getting a little bit of a fruity flavor. All right, you can get like a dry fruit of some sort. It's sweet. It starts to get really sweet, and the sweet notes start coming in. And I think partially from that fruity note, there's a little bit of fruity note, a mixture of dry fruits, some sort of dry preserved fruits. It's really, really good. So today, yeah, I went out. Because if you don't know, I buy my hats from Warren's Brothers, and that's usually where I buy the hat. And the guys there are super awesome. They're super friendly, right? And they know what kind of hat I wear. Sometimes they might sneak in and watch the episode. They might be watching this episode while I'm talking trash about them. But yeah, so they are really friendly, and I love to go over there because when you go there, they really help you out to select your hat. And they know I always wear this kind of hat. And so they got 3 new ones in, and literally they texted me yesterday. They're like, hey, we got new hats. You should come down and check it out. And I go, yeah, I'll go down and check it out. So I went down today. Nice. Good. Martin, I'm looking forward to those reviews. You better make some reviews. If you don't, yeah. All right. So yeah, they asked me to go down, went down there, try a few hats. I love to buy hat there. Like I was about to buy 3 hats, but my wife only chose out 1 hat, so I didn't want to, like, you know, I bought 3 hats, you only have 1 hat, so I just go, I'll buy 2, you know, and she'll buy 1. But there you go. I'm getting coffee, dark earth, and dark roasted wood with deep cacao, wood, and the light pepper on the finish. Okay, yep. I'm getting that dry preserved fruit flavor from the nose though. So if you try Retro Hill a little bit, you might smell it. You might get that a little bit. But yeah, the coffee and the dark earth, the mud, does come through relatively easily. You gotta pick up that really easily, and the wooden undertone. It's almost like a perfume. You always have that wood undertone. Is in there, and which is make it really strong in aroma, so it doesn't disappear that fast. It stayed. It actually lasts. You can taste it. You can smell it while it lasts. It just stays there. Pretty good. and the pepper starts to die down, which that's good for me. I'm okay with just a little bit of pepper in the beginning, and then less pepper after that because it kills my nose. It literally kills my nose. My nose is tiny. Please don't kill it. So, I like it. Like I said, this is one of I think must smoke of the year. If might not be the best of the year, but it's must smoke for the year. 33 degrees out there right now. Come on, James, you got enough insulation on you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Why are you smoking, James? Are you smoking Magic Toast? You better be. You better be. Why is it so cold over there? Is it raining? 32 degrees is really, really cold. I'm surprised you're outside. You should have like 3 jackets and 5 sweaters on you. I haven't get a chance to it. I love the decoration on that thing. It catches me right there. So I have to look into where I can get that because it's definitely something I want to try. I looked at it. It looks great. It looks great. Not the other ones are not so much as interesting as that one. That one caught me right away. I was scoring and I go, oh, stop. What is that? Oh, that looks pretty cool. Well, James, make sure you go edit it with that hashtag if you haven't put that hashtag there. Again, if not everybody asks what the hashtag is about, whatever, don't answer it. Let them figure it out. Once they watch this episode, they'll know that the hashtag is actually for this. So, Howell and Matt both have awesome cigar pens. You know, the problem with that is a lot of the time when you go to cigar shop, they like to pick out the most popular brands, right? They don't always have Caldwell. They don't always have, even some stores don't even have Alec Bradley. And you don't see that kind of stuff, so you can't pick it out. The only way is really to do research and through other friends who smoke them, who find them and smoke them. So it really is, sometimes you just had to pray that one of your friends knows where to find them, and then hopefully you can get them. For those people who's wondering about the group buys, okay, the order just got placed today. Literally, I added 2 more because somebody wanted 2, and I don't have enough, so I had to add 2 more sticks to that. It'll be sent over to, sometime Monday or Tuesday, so hopefully it'll get here by Tuesday. And yeah, it's gotta be as soon as I receive it, I'll pack it and send it out. If you have not 33 degrees Celsius is quite warm. So I think he's talking about 30 degrees Fahrenheit, right? So for those people who did not get the group buy with the Davidoff Wagner, I can tell you that it's gone. All right, in terms of stores. So I do have about 2 or 3 more July off if you guys decide to change your mind. But I know that in the store is gone. My guy actually calls me today. He's on his last box. So if you didn't go there and buy one, it's gone. And apparently they're supposed to be really, really good. And like legendary. So they only make so many boxes, and that was it. Oh, it's above freezing, so you're fine. What else? So the rest is all distributed. It's gone. It's done for. The omakase is done. The Placencia one, I ordered it, and I think that's the only one I'm gonna order. So that's done. That should be it. That should be it for all the group buys that is happening right now. And if you're interested in that T-shirt with the Cigar Mechanic and SSL crossover project. Make sure to put your name in that post because it's gonna take a while, but it's better to know how many people are interested than not, because it's gotta be a pre-order only. All right, like I said, pre-order only because we only gotta print exactly how many people wants it, because everybody has different sizes, right? We're only exactly how many, exactly how we gotta print it and send it out. That was it. There'll be a one-time project. According to Cigar Mechanic, it's gotta be roughly about $25. So. Oh, that's humid as hell, Travis. That's humid. That's rough. Are you guys raining right now? We had a little drizzle today. It's not too bad though. It's just a little bit rainy. but it was comfortable. It was comfortable outside. Wow, that particular whiff has so much cacao. Tastes great. Tastes really good. And of all the tastes right now, I'm ignoring banana. I'm tasting banana, but I know it's not from this particular one. You're wondering why I'm tasting banana? My wife's went to buy makeup today, and of all the makeup, they came with one banana lipstick. It literally said banana on it. And so I was like, oh, I wonder what it is, and I put it on my mouth. It's like sugary banana. It literally is like banana ice cream, super banana-y. All I taste is banana. So I'm trying to ignore all the banana flavor and just taste this cigar, because now whatever, if I just swallow or lick my lip, I taste banana. All I taste is banana. So yesterday I did a video on Facebook Live about fridge, about the wine doors and stuff like that. How many people watched that, and how many people want me to revisit that? Like, do you plan to do a wine door for yourself and you want to know the difference? If you want to talk about that, I can bring that back up, and then we can start from the beginning. The difference between the fridge and everything, we can go with that. If not, we move on. Because I know some people live in an area where they do need a fridge, especially in a really hot area like Arizona. If you don't have a fridge in Arizona, your cigars need to be in the AC. So if you guys want to talk about the fridge, we can switch over to the Tony Science time, and we can talk about difference between the fridge and difference between each usage of those fridges. Another thing I want to address is in the group. So if you're in Seattle Smokers Legion, a lot of time we post whatever we got, and we recommend where to get stuff and all that stuff. Be very wary when you want to recommend your Cubans, okay? Now, because right away today, after I post about, somebody received a bunch of Cubans and particularly one cigar on the side, members start to send me messages says, hey, I did buy from that person before, that particular person before. They should really be wary to buy from that person, because that person getting kicked out a lot of different groups because it's been selling fakes. And I went back to see the picture. There is one that's significantly weird. You could tell that it's not real right there on the spot. So I posted a warning just in case somebody does it. So be very careful when you recommend where to buy your Cubans, or where to find it, who has it, and all that stuff. Very, very careful about that, because I don't want anybody to be cheated or scammed. Like I say, I put a new rule about cheating your members, cheating or scam any members. I don't want that to happen in our group. We have plenty of people that's very experienced with Cubans, especially James right here. He's lived in the country that literally sells that. So if you have questions, if you have any doubt whatsoever, ask one of the members. Listen to James. Don't listen to Jeff because he got cheated before, but listen to James, okay? It's a struggle even with AC out here. The wood, humus, and I'm happy I bought my cigar coolers. I can honestly tell you, if you live in really humid places, you really hot places, you want a compressor fridge, like a regular wine fridge. That's not thermoelectric. You do not need thermoelectric all the time. It's actually based on where you are. All right, you can use compressor fridges, okay, because those are cooler and it's actually more efficient. They're much colder. So when you hit like 100-degree weather, 120-degree weather, that will still stay as at least 60 something. You don't if you struggle with your thermoelectric, it's gotta jump out to 75, 80. It depends on what you do. So. If you like Adrian Fernandez type of flavors, or if you like full body, don't worry about trying Cubans. Is there any truth to that? I do not agree with that statement. The thing about Cubans, right? Some people will call that European flavor. Cubans are actually more mellow than you think. There's more strong body, like more nicotine, it's more stronger, but the flavor is more subtle than you think. So if you never tried a Cuban before, smoke a few, you'll find that the flavor are usually consistent and mellow. Okay, obviously there's more pricey ones where the flavor is just punch you in the face, but different brand makes different ones, and not all Cuban taste the same. Just like not all American cigars taste the same, not all AJ tastes the same, right? You can expect good flavor from AJ, but not all Cuban tastes like AJ. I mean, there are some Cuban that's just so peppery that you can't even go with that. So different flavor, different brand, different style, different leaf blend. You can't say just because you like that one, you gotta like all of them. There are people that hate certain particular Cuban cigar. There are a few Cuban cigar that literally taste like cigarette. I'm not even kidding. That tastes just like cigarette. So there's no truth. There's no absolute when it comes to cigars, right? Because all the time there's different blends. So trying Cubans. I know there's a lot of people that actually don't like Cubans. James being in Germany, he can smoke Cuban all the time, but he probably rather have the cigar here because much stronger, much pungent in terms of flavor, in terms of the blend. Cubans are actually more mellow, more less complicated, more refined kind of flavor. And Nicaraguans, Dominican, American cigars are more like strong taste, peppery, focus in the woodsy taste than Cuban. So in terms of strength, if we're talking about strength, all Cuban starts at medium. That's the bare minimum. All Cuban starts at medium. All right, so if you're smoking something that's Cuban, the strength is gonna be at least medium. So if you like the vitamin N, then you will like Cubans. But then again, we got plenty of different cigars in here that we can get that's strong as that. So why do most Cubans not burn your nose on the retro? Now that statement is also not true. I mean, a lot of Cuban are Habano based, right? So Habano leaf is peppery, but it's based on the blend as well. There are plenty of Cuban that will burn the heck out of your nose. All right, Corojos, Habano, they all kind of burn your nose a little bit. It really depends. Cuban rarely get past medium plus. That's true, and yes and no. The higher price tag ones, like you're looking at $100 stick kind of ones, they often go past by medium plus, go to full. I know Talisman, for example, Cohiba Talisman is full body, so it really depends. But the majority of them are medium plus. That's the majority of the blends for Cubans. You'll be surprised. There's actually not that many different blends for Cuban cigars, because Cuban. but over here we have mixture of different countries, and they tend to have more different variety, and Cubans actually don't have that. Hey Daniel. So you'll be surprised that Cuban is actually not that big of a deal. Only big deal is because we're in America. That was the only deal. That was the only thing. Most Cuban are overpriced. I can tell you that. Most places sell their Cuban overpriced. Most countries tax the shit out of the Cubans. Okay? Japan, China, Taiwan, even some European country, they tax the Cuban to death. All right, so it's overpriced, and it's really because we're in America. We hear Cuban cigar all the time because we can't get it. That starts to sound like, oh, it's worth it because it's rare. But if you live outside of America, anywhere, even Canada, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's just down the street, right there. Just go pick up some. They will actually much rather smoke the Nicaraguan, the Dominican, the Honduras cigars. I guarantee it. we have much more blend than other places. We are blessed to have that many blends here, except Cubans. All right, cheers, man. So Daniel, if you don't know already, today to win the challenges today is to smoke a magic toad, take a picture of yourself, and use the hashtag that's in the title of this video. All right, use the hashtag that's in the title of this video. Make sure to like this video for a chance to win a couple cigars. My local carry a lot of boutique brand, and that's what I'm starting to get into. You know, a lot of boutique brand is quite interesting. You'll be surprised on what the boutique like, and I find out a lot of people that go do the boutique brand using Dominican's leaves, they are actually really good. So 1/3 of the way through, if you taste something different, put it in the comments. Let's talk about that. 1/3 of the way through, I start to taste a little bit of the flavor changes. It got much darker. The fruity flavor disappears. Much darker flavor right now. Very heavy roasted, dark roasted flavor. Coffee, cocoa. Really like a certain burnt woodsy taste. A little bit of minerals and pepper. You still get that little bit of earthiness to it, but it feels like the earthiness is just like a side note that make all the other notes stand out. So that's where I'm getting right now. If you taste something else, let me know. I mean, James, there's always got to be somebody that likes certain cigar and some people that like the other opposite, right? So, you know, if you're used to Cuban cigar, they just like that. So it's like dark roasted oak. Yeah, you do get that really strong dark roasted flavor. You get that woodiness to it. For me, it's definitely not cedar. It's some sort of tree, some sort of wood. But I didn't taste that particularly oak. I just taste that woodsy. A kind of mixture of different woods in there. Like if there's a cedar in there, it's just a small hint of cedar, not much. I think the cedar could even come from the humidor itself, because obviously the humidor has been a cedar. It's got to transfer some taste to it, but I honestly think that it may or may not from the cigar itself. So let's talk about something interesting, okay? A friend asked me, because he's new, he's looking at all the cigars, and he looked at the cigar color. And he just like, for some reason, even though I can't smoke them, I like the darker color better. Do you pick your cigar based on the color? Do you like the darker color better? Do you like this dark espresso color? Or do you actually like the lighter, cedar wood color of your cigars? Do you like the darker color, cedar wood color? Or do you like the blend color, like more like a barber pole color? What kind of thing attracts you to the cigar before you see any band or before you know any blend? Do you choose just by the color? H. Almond Bankers, great cigar. We actually smoked that a couple weeks ago. Great cigar. I love the look of those dark leather looking wrappers. They're so beautiful. I love a good Habano. Well, the thing about Habano is that, Habano's right between. So Habano is like a darker color of cedar. You like the darker color cigars too? They just look so raw and powerful at the same time. I personally prefer the lighter color cigar for me to the look of it. Maybe because I'm affected by movie stars and stuff like that. You rarely see movie stars in the movie smoke a dark cigar. They tend to smoke a lighter color cigar for movies. I think it's try to portray you know, what's commonly known as cigars. You know, when it's darker, it doesn't look like cigar so much to people who doesn't smoke. I think I talk too much. Revive. No, it's not reviving. Relit. Honestly, I'm obsessed with this very, very toothy. And that gets me every time. Okay. So, that's an interesting thing to say. I like cigar wrapper that's very, very toothy. For those people who does not know what toothy is, all right, if you're new to watch this show and you don't know what toothy cigar looks like, toothy cigar is bumpy. They look after you burn through the leaf, you see white dots in your ash. That's what toothy is. All right, you'll see the little dots around your ash. That's not mold. That just means this cigar leaf, particular one, is just really toothy. And they're not eggs. They're not crazy stuff. They're just toothy. I've had a bit of sweetness come through towards the end of the first third. So that's probably what I taste, and just a little bit earlier. I mean, the blend itself, sometimes, you know, when they rip it apart and put it together, the parts of it is gonna be more sweet than the other. Some people could reach that sweetness earlier. Some people reach that sweetness later. So yes, I do taste the sweetness, but after the first third, I don't taste that sweetness anymore. Toothy cigars it does look sexy. It looks raw. It looks just very organic in a way. Yeah. So if you ever see little dots on your ash, that's toothy. That just basically says that this cigar is toothy. So, you know, if you're new to cigars and you smoke something that's really, really nice, you're gonna see that little dots there, and that's totally okay. You're not gonna die. Usually, toothy does mean that the cigar is very nicely aged. It really means that there's a lot of content in the cigar, so that it burns into little dots. So, if you still see toothy stuff and the little dots in your ash, it means you have good cigar. So don't worry about that. It's actually good stuff. Camacho Ecuador is a really good looking stick as well. I think majority of the Camacho's sticks are really nice. I just didn't. I like the design, and the orange color that they use or the yellow color they use for the band actually really is really sexy color. But I just don't go with that blue one. I don't know, that blue one doesn't fit. Do you think that the blue band of the Camacho fits the cigar color? Because they have black, they have red, green, yellow, orange, and then blue. Is there any other color? That's all the color, right? And I think blue one just kind of just not fitting for the rest of the series. But just the way I think, it's just kind of out of place. Hey Kat, what's going on? I hope you're smoking a magic toast with us too. You love the color blue, but I think it looks good on a super dark Oscuro. Okay. I like that color blue. I don't like the band, but just the cigar itself is nice. The cigar itself is nice. I agree with that. But most Camacho is on Honduras cigar, so, you know, if you're looking at it, you're wondering, that's what it is. You don't like the size of the band on the Camacho? Well, for Robusto size, I think that particular band is slightly too big. but they're easy to remove. That's a good thing. They do have a larger size. They use the same band, and in that case, the band actually fits just fine. But I compare all the band to literally the banker. So every other band is small enough compared to the banker. Oh, no cigar tonight. Why? Oh, that espresso note just hit my nose. It's so good. So good. You can taste all the notes that's in here. This particular cigar, the notes are just so easy to pick out. It's just there. You know, even if you don't retrohale, you can taste it right there. And that's really, to me, that's a good cigar. I don't like cigar that's kind of boring. You know, if I'm gonna taste the cedar, granted that you can do that as everyday cigar, that's totally fine. I like cigar that you can just get the flavor every single puff. I love that. Andalusian Bowl, yes. Actually, if you don't know, there's quite a period of time where Cigars Daily was members would literally just try to find that cigar everywhere. Right now, it might be easier. I do have one box that's resting. I try to save it as long as I possibly can to age it more. I think for Andalusian Bowl, for winning #1, it's not really #1. I don't think it's #1 for that particular year. But it does have strength. That thing is filled with nicotine, okay? That thing is filled with nicotine. The look of it, very nice looking cigar. Very nice looking cigar. The flavor, I feel like the flavor will taste better if you age it slightly longer. I don't think they aged it just enough. It's not particularly Cubanish to me, only because the flavor is stronger than most Cuban that I smoke. All right, so I actually think that Andalusian Bowl is a good, strong cigar, but 3.9 out of 5. I won't even rate it 3.9. I probably 3.5 or less, a little bit to me, only because it's too strong at points. In terms of the strength, I think they're very inconsistent. Sometimes I can smoke an entire Andalusian Bowl and just go, oh, okay. And there are times where I, like 1/3 of the way through, I'm like, ooh, I can feel that. So it's a good cigar, yes. But is it like crazy good? Probably not. Probably not. Does it remind me of a Cuban cigar? Not to me. Not to me. Not to me personally. But it's a cigar to have, though. It looks great. Had one this morning with my coffee. Tried to smoke one cigar a day, not 4. I think the bowl will balance better with age. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So if you balance out, if you age a little bit more, the flavor will be more justified, more refined, justify that strength, because that is a very strong cigar. If you're a beginner, don't go straight to that. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Halfway through, you'll be like, ah. I only smoke one a day, sometimes 2 if I smoke with my pop. I'm the same way. I try to do only 1 cigar a day. I feel like I justify myself with that 1 hour to 2 hour time to myself, and not do anything whatsoever. And granted, right now, most of the time when I smoke, I just spend the time on Facebook with you guys. But I try to just use that 2 hours a day. If I try to smoke more than that, it's probably because I'm outside with friend or something like that, where one cigar fly by just like that. So it is kind of weird because in terms of the Davidoff Special R and Yamasa, I think Yamasa is supposed to be stronger just by a tad. Yamasa is supposed to be stronger than Special R, but Special R is, to me, actually Special R is actually easy to smoke. It's easy to smoke. Yamasa will actually give me a kick. So yeah, it's kind of weird. It could be because Yamasa has more flavors that you don't really realize that the strength's there, but and Special R, I would say it's more refined. It's actually lighter. First bowl I ever had kicked me in the head a little bit. Yeah, when I had my first bowl, I also like I had to lie on the sofa right after that because it hit me like all of a sudden too. The first third was totally fine. Second third is like, oh my god, what have I done to myself? And then I was a beginner, mid beginner around that time. I can't handle that much strength, and I totally caught me off guard. Totally caught me off guard. So Yamasa is great cigar, just so those people know. If you never tried it, and I can tell you, this is what I heard. At first, when that whole series came out, Nicaraguan, Yamasa, Oscuro, that series came out, Yamasa was not being sold. Nobody wants to buy that Yamasa for some reason. Nobody wanted the Yamasa. It was like a year or two later when people started to buy Yamasa for some reason. Yamasa was just like that hidden gem, and I really think it's because of the packaging. It's red band. It looks very aggressive, in your face. It almost like red tell you to don't smoke that. It's almost like that because it didn't feel like the same feel as the rest of the packaging. Now, the Oscuro is green, but Oscuro is strong as hell, right? Oscuro is green. It's different. It's very different from that series. It shouldn't even fit that series, but it's in there. And the Nicaraguan is just so smooth, so nice. And nobody went for that Yamasa. But once you smoke that Yamasa, you're like, I need a few in my humidor for sure. What cigar has the nicest bend you ever seen? That's a hard question. I did not try the Mule Kick yet, just so that's easy to answer. I have not tried that yet. In terms of nicest band, I couldn't tell you. There's so many bands that I like. For example, the TAA from the Dom Pepe that we smoked last week. That's a beautiful band. So I have so many that I like it, but I never thought which one was the nicest. I never thought which one would be the nicest that I've ever seen. I probably haven't seen one, or haven't smoked one that I would go, that band, I'll pay $1 million for it. That never happened yet, you know? Well, I give some thought to that. If I figure it out, I'll let you know. I just never really thought about it. What is your favorite band though? If you do you even have one? Which one you think has the nicest band of all time? Opus X has the nicest band, you think? Oh, that could be. Opus X is nice looking, but it kind of reminds me of the if you've seen the new Burberry logo, it kind of reminds me of that. On the Crown Sungrown band, if I was to pay money, I'll make one into a ring. Okay, that's fair. So nice. So if you're smoking the Magic Toast, now we're halfway through. Literally, I'm halfway through at least. So if you taste something different, let me know. I start to feel like the flavor start to die down a little bit. It's going through a transition, so it's kind of died down a little bit, but it's still there. All the flavor that I taste is just a more masked version of that. I also enjoy bands. I personally like band that's shiny. All right, that's shiny, that's pop. Especially if this texture is great. I like the textured bands. It really tells you that they put a lot of effort into that band. So for me, texture, shiny bands, and really good color. Purple, blue, that kind of pop in your eyes color. Not like the typical white and red or white and brown kind of color. That's what gets me all the time. San Cristobal, Espinosa, beautiful. I forgot about the San Cristobal, and that band is gorgeous. Cool, yeah, that's great. I mean, one of the things to really enjoy collecting cigars is really about the decoration and the band that's on it. A lot of us, we keep the bands of the cigar that we smoke, only because the band looks great. You wouldn't mind to have a closing with all the bands that you like on it, because they are they went through a lot of thoughts and, you know, designing and stuff like that. I mean, if you ever try to design a band yourself, you know how hard it is. It's almost impossible to get a good band. Just simply take out a you know, Photoshop and just paste things on. It's just not easy. It's just not easy. So, you know, having a good band for the cigar gets a good score for me automatically before I even smoke it. Smoke output on this cigar is great. It's great. The burn on it is great too. In terms of this, you know, cigar getting tighter, no, not so much on this one. You know, a lot of time where you smoke a cigar that has a lot of soot, that actually covers up the cap, the airway, and it gets tighter. But for now, it's totally fine with me. I'm really a big fan of Esteban Carrera band as well. Esteban Carrera band is pretty cool too. The way they designed it covers majority of the cigar too. Yeah, I mean, that's what I can say about that. It is good, but the character covers majority of it. It's not as shiny for me. So although it looks good, it lost point for me without that shiny part. You know, I need more shine. I need more shine. The Amazon Basin had a unique bend, and that makes it pretty cool. Yes, I mean, to hand twist it, all those things to put it on there, that's not easy. That particular thing is art on its own. And I can tell you, at first I wasn't that impressed. I mean, any cigar smoker saw that, it's like, why? Did they just got lazy and not put a bend on it? And then you realize that that's the only cigar that has that. And you're like, oh, that's kind of unique. Then you realize how long it should make those things using the machine to twirl them together and stuff like that. Now, that takes some effort. That takes more effort than printing the bands, because the bands you can just take it to your printing shop, it comes out like that. But this one had to be individual, just go, put it on it, put it on it. So that's a lot of work. Now, almost a little bit more than halfway through, I taste a little bit of bitterness at the end of it. Just a little bit though. It's not like an unpleasant bitterness, but there is a bitter note at the end now. Do you also taste that bitter note right now? Because I taste that right now. The Dead Wood band, but I like the Day of the Dead artwork. You know, another band I really like is the Men of War band. Even though they all look the same, but they change the color and stuff like that, make it really pop to me. The Pataga white band, I don't know if anybody smoked those before. The Patagas has white bands on it, and those white bands is really shiny, and like you kind of have to turn a little bit to see the words on it. I think that's kind of unique. That's a really beautiful band to me as well. Long live the king. Okay, and Matt, MF excited to get those. Totally blind buy. You gotta like that. I mean, that's definitely a good cigar. Long live the king is a great cigar. So I was talking about that design the other day, because you have the king with the the crown that's way bigger than his head. It reminds me of the Chinese emperor, where they always too young for that crown. I think you taste my. Do you taste ice cream? James, you should taste ice cream coffee by now. I'm a quick smoker, so, you know, don't feel like you have to rush. Enjoy the cigar, you know, even if you just gotta be slower, that's fine. We got another whole hour. I'm also getting a little bit of floral notes in my nose. So on the retrohale, I smell a little bit of flower, a little bit of floral, like a garden sort of notes to it. Sweet, floral, combined with all the other ones. But because the other one's lighter now, I can smell that floral note to it too. Magic toast is great. We should do this more often where we can come together and smoke the same cigar all the time. I just hope that I have more choices for you guys because a lot of time we don't have the same cigar. So maybe we'll do this every 3 months or so to do a smoke together, and I'll announce the cigar ahead of time so we can all try it together. That would be great. Oh, the cacao. I smell some really strong cacao on that particular puff. And this is the thing. People confuse chocolate with cacao, okay? If you can't tell, it's like, why is everybody talking about cacao and not chocolate? You need to taste the raw cacao. The raw cacao has a totally different taste to it. It doesn't taste like chocolate. It's cacao. So it's not sweet, it's just that flavor. So give that a try if you never tried cacao before. You can buy a bag of like raw cacao and they taste different. James, make sure you collect those frozen smoke. Like it's frozen, take it up, put it in the fridge. When you want to smoke that, smell again, you take it in the summertime and just go melt. So good. This cigar has some grit. What do you mean by grit? Alright, Martina Maya, I'm looking forward to those reviews. So I sent a few cigars to Martina Maya to do reviews. So make sure to watch this review on those particular cigars because I think you gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it because Martina Maya has been doing really good reviews here and there of all the cigars that we like to smoke. So definitely watch those. Like Sandy feel to you. Is that your mouthfeel? Hashtag mouthfeel, everybody. It didn't feel like that to me. It didn't feel like that to me. I actually feel that this cigar is relatively smooth to me. So it could be because you're so cold right now, your tongue is totally frozen. But props to James for doing that. Just for that, I'm gonna throw a couple more cigars into James' box. For being outside, 30 degrees weather, smoking with us. He deserves a couple more cigars. Chris Kirby, I swear Fukushima has something to do with this crazy weather. Hot, cold, hot, cold. I actually don't think that's the way it is. The way the weather cycles, you might not feel this way, but Earth actually has more cold days than warm days. So to be warm weather normally, that's actually abnormal. This kind of weather is actually more normal than you think. In terms of Earth histories, there's actually more cold days than warm days. So gotta get cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. That's actually normal. That's actually normal, especially from where James at. So they will have that kind of weather. The reason that we have cold and hot days right now is because we have a lot of spring showers that kind of drop the temperature down a little bit, goes back up. So I'm actually okay with that. Because you need the rain everywhere, especially if you're in California. You need the rain. You need the rain. Between temperature, I'm okay. Between 50 and 70, perfect for me. Because in my house, it's just a little bit warmer than outside. So between 50 and 60 degree weather, my house is perfect 70. It's great. James, I was thinking to throw a couple more Gurkhas. Gurkha in your box, yeah. The aroma of the smoke that's in my hand is very woodsy cigar. Okay? We'll meet up for Swamp Tour Seafood Cigar. You'll be surprised. I trade cigar for a while, and a lot of people tend to put gurkhas in there. So I have a lot of gurkha that I don't smoke somewhere. Hey guys, dropping in to say hello. I hope everybody's enjoyed the toast. Been a crazy day, but I'll try to post picture tomorrow. That's totally fine, man. Enjoy your day. You know, it's not mandatory. I hope everybody just enjoy their night. It's Saturday night. It's great. I definitely enjoy cigar with everybody. It's enjoyment to me, but on its own. Doesn't matter what cigar I'm smoking. I don't care if this is the worst bundle cigar in the world. So long as I get to smoke with you guys, it's a good day for me. All right. Here's another thing. Most people might not know. A lot of time when you have a long ash, flavor changes slower. If your ash fell down, you'll taste different flavor right away. So give that a try. Sometimes if you tend to have long cigar ashes and you're like, the flavor is getting dull and stuff like that, just kind of brush off that ash. You'll be able to find the change in flavor right away. Usually that's the case. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. It could be because more air is being filtered by the ash itself, so that by the time you get to that flavor, it kind of get overwhelmed by the flavor that's in front of it than what you're smoking right now. So sometimes, if you want to give that a try, you usually smoke a cigar that particularly have long ash. Dust that ash off, see if that changes for you. Great cigar, great cigar. So I'm on my final third right now. The cigar has turned sweet for me. The sweet note is really just creeping up and kind of enhance all those flavors. So that makes all those flavor even more enjoyable because it's sweeter. Good cigar. I can't stop puffing at it, even though I should smoke slower. I just can't stop puffing at it because it's so great. I love the flavor of this particular cigar. I highly recommend, if you're watching this for the very first time and never try a Magic Toast, you have to try it. You have to try it. And all the people in the chat room will tell you this is a great cigar. It might not be the best cigar, but still a great, enjoyable cigar. And for this Robusto size, I love Robusto size and smaller. So Robusto size is usually perfect for me. Isn't Louisiana is known for their barbecues? Am I wrong? Louisiana is known for their barbecue, right? So in terms of seafood, how do you cook your seafood over there? Is it still grilled, barbecued, or just simply seared? It was hard to keep it around for tonight. I totally understand what you meant. I literally only have 2 Magic Toast left. I'm not even kidding. I only have 2. And this is one of them. And the other one, this is my last one right here. That's why I show you guys the box. It's empty. The box is totally empty. I need more. Great cigar though. Great cigar. Boiling, frying, and blackening. Nice. My problem with seafood is you have to eat it fresh, but a lot of time even fresh fish has that nasty raw taste because the fish eat too much dirt or eat too much like bad stuff. So the meat actually have that really musty taste. That's when I really hate seafood. But I love seafood. So being Asian, I eat sushi all the time, raw fish. So you can tell I love seafood. In fact, tonight I actually ate sushi. Yesterday I ate sushi. Just literally sushi. Just keep giving me raw fish, I'll eat that. That's why we don't have much seafood here in Arizona, because we can't get them great fresh seafood. Yeah, that's the problem. We mainly use catfish. Okay. I eat a lot of salmon and tuna. sea bass, I eat a lot of those. Halibut, I eat a lot of those. Other than that, catfish we usually eat fried. So it's hard to get a really good flavor out of catfish because we fried the catfish and now it tastes fried. New England clam chowder is about as seafood as I will go. New England clam chowder. I mean, to this day, I think that the term of New England clam chowder just means it's more thick, right? If somebody says New England clam chowder, it's a really thick clam chowder. Because I remember I drink clam chowder somewhere else. They're more watery. They're more watered down than the really creamy, thick clam chowder that's here. I'm not too sure because I'm not particularly a clam chowder drinker, but that's why I think the difference is New England just means more thick. Ahi tuna, salmon, swordfish. Swordfish is great. Swordfish is great for searing. I love on like a habaki steak, kind of sear a swordfish steak is great. Those are really good for me. Yeah, thick and creamy and chunky. That's what it is. Yeah, they are good. They're good with pepper. Oh, yeah, on a cold day. Yes. That makes me hungry. That's your fault. That's your fault. So yeah. Here's another thing. I bought the Viaje. Viaje's omakase. And I know there's one member that actually said that it's a really low-end cigar. It's not good. But I really think that in this hobby, it's all about trying the cigar. So just because you heard a cigar is not good, you should really just try it anyway. Even try two of them. One first time, wait a few weeks, and then try it again. If you don't really like it, no, it's not your thing. But if you never try it, you never know, right? You never try, you never know. So always try it. Try it before you knock it. Try it before you knock it. Don't knock a food until you try it, because sometimes you'll be very surprised how good it is. The presentation is like probably 90% of the reason why I bought that cigar. My wife saw it. She said, "Did you saw that post about the Japanese cigar?" I was like, "There's no such thing as Japanese cigar." And she goes, "Oh, take a look." And I saw it. It says Hamaki Omakase. I was like, "Okay, they use Japanese name, but it's not a Japanese cigar. I guarantee you." But the design, the work on it is great. I will buy it just for the box. So I literally just buy it for that. But I don't think Viaje makes bad cigar. That's the thing. So far, I tried most of the Viaje I try is great. It's great. So there's nothing wrong with Century Egg. There's nothing wrong with Century Egg. All right. Next time when the meet, I'll bring some Century Egg. Everybody should eat one. There's nothing wrong with that. Come on. There's nothing wrong with that. It is a delicacy, just so you know. It's a delicacy. It makes you young. See this? Perfect young guy right there. Some young guy tell you had to eat the Century Egg because it's a 1,000-year-old secret. My grandmother told me. I was thinking that this time when I go, I'll bring some salty duck egg, and let's watch Tim's face on that. If he decides to do another video together, he should try that one too. We can do a video at TNT, so if we can see Harrison eating a duck egg. He won't be so moody after eating that. He'll be all settled. Better have Carlos bring a bunch of buckets. I'll warn Carlos about that. I'll warn him. I'm like, you need a bunch of trash cans. in front of that. That would be fun. That would be really fun. Yeah, life is all about trying stuff. You know, life is short. Life is short. So if you don't try whatever you can try at least one time, you're missing out. You're missing out because why do you think all the other countries putting them as delicacy? Right? There's a reason. Try to save the cigar again. Quail egg. Taiwanese people actually have this quail egg dish where we cook the quail egg and we put this like a teriyaki, really peppery teriyaki sauce on it. It's spicy and it's so good. It's addicting. It's addicting. I can eat 100 quail eggs with that sauce on it. Literally. Literally. I have to save this. I have to save this. I don't want to... Come on. Quail egg is great. So try everything. Try everything. Even if it don't look the nastiest thing ever, you still should try it. I think there was a particular fish in a can from either a Swedish country or Finnish country. They have that can of fish that's supposed to be the worst smell in the world. Just by smelling it, make you gag. But for them, it's delicacy. For them, it's delicacy. So try it. Try it. It might be your next favorite thing. You never know. You know how many people that it's like I'm never gonna eat sushi because it's raw and they eat it and like they become the fan of sushi all day long. Today I was walking around Newberry Street and I saw a restaurant that says vegan Japanese food. I was like, what the hell is a vegan Japanese food? There's no such thing in Japan. No one is vegan in Japan. No one. Rocky Mountain oysters, they are great. You might not be able to sleep that night, but they are great. Got a jar of pickle, add a bottle of Tabasco sauce, and half cup of sugar, and then flip the jar every day for a month. Make a great, sweet, spicy pickles. That sounds interesting, actually. For those people that never had pickles before, they're healthy. Go eat some. Healthy as hell. If anybody never pickled stuff before, the key to pickling is actually the same amount of sugar for the same amount of vinegar. That became a pickle solution. So I'm on the last little bit. Who else is on the last little bit right now? For me, the flavor kind of died down. Right now it's just blend. Right now it's blend for me. It could be because, you know, the fire keep dying out because I keep talking, but right now it's a little bit blend. How about you guys? I mean, I still get the flavor through my nose, but not so much for my mouth anymore, so it could be me. Pickles. Just into last third. Okay, Toro. I wonder when they decided to kind of give name to sizes, because, you know, if you usually go with Cubans, they don't tell you the sizes. It's number 1, number 2, number 3, and that's the sizes they use. Alright, flavor come back a little bit after I get a sip of this. Good palate cleanser, I guess. I wonder that somebody said, let's call this Robusto. Let's call this Robusto, because it's Robusto. It feels Robusto to me. Let's call that Toro. Toro means big, right? So let's call this Toro. Let's call that Corona because people who drink Corona like small cigars. I don't know. You know, how did they came out with that name and then it became an industry standard? I don't know. Anybody know why? If you do know why, leave in the comments. Had a Magic Toast Grotto last week, 6x60. Ooh, that will take 2 hours. Yeah, 6x60 is quite big. It's huge. It's huge. So now, we're almost halfway through the year. Now that you're halfway through the year, what is the thing that you look most forward to? What is the thing that you look most forward to for the second half of this year? What kind of stuff are you looking forward to? Do you have a plan? Is there a cigar that's coming out for sometime next year, late this year that you're looking forward to? What are you looking most forward to right now? Now I move. I just disappear into the smoke. Good 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's a commitment. That's a commitment right there. 2.5 hours, quite long. Hunting in November. That's great. Usually when it comes to hunting, right? Do you usually hunting with the guns or do you hunt with bow and arrows? Being alive until the end of the year. Come on, James. Come on. I expect every single member to be alive until another 5 or 6 years. I kind of expect that. If you gotta die before that, expect me to leave a bottle of soy sauce in your grave just yelling at you. Can't die yet, not that soon. Cigar wise, I'm looking forward to the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival. Okay. Yeah, I heard that people who hunt with guns usually have issue with, you know, getting the bullets out of the body and then, you know, how the meat will taste like gunpowder and stuff like that. So a lot of people like to hunt with bow. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Well, if you gotta travel to South Carolina, make sure to visit Bob the Cigar Guy. I'm pretty sure he would love to meet you too. Wake up in the morning, I'm alive! Woo! No, when I wake up in the morning, it's like, when I wake up in the morning, how many days did I sleep through? Oh yeah, it's the same day. Never mind. I just slept 3 hours. Okay. I'm just exciting about cigars every single day. I wake up, I go to sleep, maybe a few hours. I wake up, it's like, I wonder if there's any new cigars out there. In Arizona, we don't have an issue with gunpowder in my meats. Deer, I shot last November. I shot at from 550 yards. Oh, that's quite a distance. That's quite a distance right there. You need a scope for that? Ooh, that's hot. I'm trying to savor this as long as I can because this is a good cigar. I really don't want to light another one, but I might have to. But then I want to get this as close to the end as I possibly can because this is good. Ooh, hot. Yeah, I think money-wise, it's adjust to living. So just because you go to New York, you're not gonna necessarily make more because it costs more. I got mine down to where yours is now. This is the funniest concept I heard about it. I know a lot of people here may or may not support guns, but you know, Taiwan is, you know, if you heard about international news, you know, Taiwan and China has been always like clashing and all that stuff. I don't think a war will ever happen from China to Taiwan. I don't think China will ever fight Taiwan for any reason at all. There is actually people that from China that come out to YouTube and say that will never happen because they will never win. And I agree with that because nowadays military training is not the same as before. And it's just literally for fun. Literally, we don't have war, like serious war in China. Who fights China? Nobody fights China, right? Do you trust a missile that's transmitting China on the bottom of the missile? I'm not trying to diss China or anything, but failure rate of that missile might be high. And a government official in Taiwan actually said this: we should disarm ourselves. If you don't have weapon, no one's gonna fight you. I was like, what kind of comment is that? If you disarm yourself and no country will actually try to fight you? Okay. What kind of La La Land are you smoking? I'm looking forward to the new Stephen King book in November in my book later. Okay. The city where I live, Arizona, has the lowest cost of living, average median income. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man? Yeah, I saw the cigar you received from was that Matt Joslin? Like that cigar bomb? That's an example of how the cigar bomb really happens. So, you know, Arizona is great. I heard that, you know, for the same amount of money that I bought my house here in Massachusetts, I can buy couple like 2 houses over there probably. You know, the median price for a house with swimming pool costs less than what we buy for 1-bedroom apartment here. This cigar is so enjoyable. I'm so glad I get to smoke this today. I've been looking at it. I was like, I only have 2 more. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. I might have to buy another box because this thing is worth the space in your humidor. Guaranteed. You're not gonna be disappointed in it. It's just that good. Yeah, $300,000 to buy a high-end average house. Like, this is the thing where I kind of question. It's like, how did that work? Because shouldn't material cost the same thing all around America? How do you get a $300,000 house with that much things? Does labor that cost, is that because labor? I don't think labor changes that much between state to state. So for somebody to tell me that $300,000 can buy you a huge house with swimming pool, it's like, how did that happen? But I heard the electric bill over there is crazy during the summer because it's so hot. It's so hot over there. 250 square feet with the pool subdivision here starts at 300K. Yeah, see, that's a huge difference because my house costs with like after I buy the house with just light renovation, paint the wall and stuff back again, it cost me 600 grand. Just replace the roof and all that stuff. Cost me 600 grand. It's crazy. I mean, $300,000 in New York gets you a box. You get a box. Literally, 1 box. So, you know, New York is not easy to live in with $300,000. That's not enough to get anything. I can get a brand new house with a pool of 250,000 all day. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's the kind of thing that makes me want to move. You know, I can probably get a mansion over there. And for that kind of price that I buy the house here, I probably buy a land near Cigar Daily and build a house there. Oh, woo, so good. Land in the country is about 65,000 to 100,000 per acre. We're probably the higher end on that. 300,000 does not even get you a land in the house. It's just the house itself. In Germany? I mean, you're comparing the size of Germany and Arizona or Texas, then yeah, you see the difference there. $300,000 in Hong Kong, you know what that gets you? Half a box. You get half a box. $5,000 square feet for 1 million. You know, if it wasn't because it's not here, if I can buy 500,000 square feet house for 1 million plus the house here, I will buy it any day. The apartment that we have in Tokyo costs, and this fees and stuff too, close to 2 million. That's an apartment. You know, depends where you're at. Some you know, in Asia the land just costs so much. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like my level of living, I can't even go to Singapore. I'm the poor guy begging on the street, compared to Singapore earning. What did you type? What did you type? I swear to God that wasn't for me, James. What did you type? Why is that being removed by Google? Hey, Google, get off my chat room.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet.
Yeah, I don't care. Get off my chat room. The gas is 2.35 right now. That's actually pretty good. That's a good gas price. 2.35. I buy that gas any day. Because over here is average $3 plus for the gas here. I'm looking for a 5+ acre eventually with a house. I'm looking at under 200,000. Depends on where I go. I type 300K only to buy a house in the country here, not the city. What? You know, we are blessed to be in America at that kind of price range for gasoline, because we go by the gallon, right? Many countries, even Canada, they go by the liters, and that costs even more. It's crazy priced. So for us, you know, the cost of living is actually not that bad. The cost of living is actually really good. It still allows all of us to kind of enjoy life and just work, right? Majority of us can do one job and get by with it. So I know, right? I know. What the hell? Well, that's really good price. New York strip steak for $5 a pound. That's actually not that bad at all. Gasoline is really like liquid of blood and water and gold. But gasoline is not the most expensive liquid in the world. Most expensive liquid is not even gold. Most expensive liquid is printer paint. the ink for the printer. That thing, if by the gallon, you know how much that costs? It costs as much as gold. Right? Like that printer ink. You buy it for like $30 ink cartridge. That's like ounces of ink. And that costs as much as gold. It's crazy. Thank goodness cars don't run on milk. Milk costs a lot over there? What I missed about milk? I'm just looking up to see if any message I missed. Yeah. I don't know. If every car runs on milk, the street will smell really good. Milk is under $2 a gallon here. Milk is about $1 something a gallon in Massachusetts. Depends what brand you buy. I mean, we buy those lactate, kind of like the lactose intolerant kind of milk. So they're kind of about $3 to $4 a gallon. But, you know, if you buy like a regular brand milk, they're $1 something, so. Funny things that we write about mail bomb and no delete. Write about house prices, poof. I agree with that. I agree with that. But, you know, I thought it's free country, Google. Don't delete our messages. Get out of my chat room. So yeah, I think this is done, but I want to continue to smoke, so I'm going to light up a Liga. Ta-da! Continue. Must continue. Hey, they should make a magic toast this size. I wonder what that would look like, taste like. Oh, you know how we're talking about toothy cigar? Liga 9 is quite toothy. I like the Liga 9 for this size better than the Liga T52. The T52 tastes like, does not taste like a regular T52 at all. This is actually quite close to the regular thing. Are there hotkeys for deleting? No, I didn't set anything to delete any messages. The only people that can delete should be the moderator, and that message is the first time I ever seen it at a Google moderator team. I don't even know who's a Google moderator team.
Sorry,
So
I'm not sure how to help.
I don't know who the moderator team is. So if Google, you're watching this, get out of my chat room. We're a free speech country. Come on, this is not China. You don't have to block anything. Watch it just throw me offline right after this. Yeah, right? It's crazy. Google, if you have time, go find those videos that the kids shouldn't be watching. Those crazy, like, looks innocent, but it's actually very war videos. You should find those, not here. Here is totally fine. We're happy. We're good. No, definitely not. Because this is Google. It didn't say you recalled a message. You can recall the message, but then it will have say message when recalled. But not that. Not that. Now that I smoked this right after that, this is significantly more bitter than the other one. Than the Magic Toast. Magic Toast is it. Magic Toast, if you watch this Alec Bradley, you should make something this size so I can smoke every other day. We definitely are. I'm very grateful that Shadow Smokers Legion has grown to the size that we have. 150 members. 152 members technically. But minus me and my wife, that's 150 members. And at that size, I think we're doing pretty good for that size. And I think that's almost like the magic number. You know, I think once we get to 200, it'll be out of hands already. So I like the size. I like the size of the group. Everybody is so nice and so peaceful. And that's how we should. That's how any group should be. That's how any group should be. Why fight people? Why fight people over, like, you know, the dumbest thing? You know, Cigar is about making friends. Cigar is about communications. Cigar is about meeting people, try new things, and just relax and enjoy. And there's no point to start a fight of any sort. So while we're here right now, what would be one cigar that you absolutely want to see a review on? What would be one cigar that you absolutely want to see a review on? Put it in the comments so we can find out. If I can do it, we should make either Harrison or Tim to do that review. The personality is great on this group. And I really think that that's the case because we moved and created this group because we all have the similar experience. We all looking for the same thing. So that's why this group is so great, because we're all looking for the same thing. We're all for the same thing. So, you know, we tend to have the same vibe together. And I think that's great. I think that's great. The Voyage cigar, I actually don't have another one to review. You know what? I'll go ask for a few more to see if I can do a review on that. I did smoke one on one of the sessions. I just can't remember his Facebook or whatnot. But we'll find out. Yeah, see, you know, when you have smoke one after another, you're still trying to find the same notes that's in the previous cigar, and then you smoke the cigar, it's like, there's a difference. And I really taste the difference because this cigar is more bitter than the other cigar. The Magic Toast is like a dessert. It gets sweeter, 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 sweeter. And this thing right away, it's like, it's kind of bitter. Diamond Crown, Julius Caesar. We already did a Julius Caesar review on it, the TAA, but I look into that. What's with the music today? Chinese music. I need to talk in Chinese accent on this particular cigar. This cigar, Liga number 9, tiny cigar. It's, you know, after I smoked the Magic Toast, so magical, you love long time. But this one, you want to smoke by itself. You don't want to smoke this and then that because it kind of get bitter. Hopefully the next review we'll do for Wednesday that's coming up will be that Placidia Davidoff. I'm like dying to try that cigar. I really want to see what kind of blend they put it together for Davidoff. So that's the next cigar to look forward to because I'm looking forward to try that cigar. If I have one right now, I'll smoke it right now. I don't care if the time just go over because that's the cigar I want to try. Dark coffee, not much pepper, a little bit bitter, a little bit of wood. Not satisfying. Not as satisfying as Magic Toast. I can tell you that for sure. What's with the white and gray man? This guy right here? Alma Fuente. Yeah, we actually did Alma Fuente, yeah. You're talking about Placencia Alma Fuente, right? We did that already. The white and gray man is actually a little doll from a Korean band called the BTS. Now, of all the characters, I only like this one. And it's supposed to be like a Defender of the Universe kind of story. I just think it's kind of cute because it's half and half. So, you know, it's like, we call it Defender, so at home. That's I think it's kind of cute. I actually like it. And last time we went to New York, my wife just buys anything and everything that has that on it. And I collect those. So, I had it at my desk, my office desk. I was like, you know, it's kind of empty over there. Let's put it over here too, because it's kind of cute. I like it. I feel like it's like a good depiction of human being. Good depiction of human beings. Sometimes we're happy, circle. Sometimes we're bad, no, X. And then, you know, we're not just all pure. You know, everybody has bad and good, and that's kind of that. Kind of my thought about a human. You know, it's just that everybody, not one person is pure good. Not one person is pure good, and that I like the depiction of that. So I just put it there. Alma de Campo. That's the one with the white and gold band-ish Robusto size cigar, right? That one's actually pretty good. I like that. But in comparison to the Alma Fuente, it's big different though. So exactly, I feel like we all have to find goods in ourselves and try to go towards the good side. We always have the angel and the demon telling us to do certain things, and we just had to beat the inner demon and do good, because when you do good, you feel so good about yourself. I'm a what they call like a Godzilla customer. I'm a very demanding customer. Okay, so a lot of time if I don't get what I think I deserve for my money, I get angry and I yell at whoever is responsible for it. For example, if FedEx forgot to send my the late delivery or lie about their delivery and stuff, but I get really angry. I call their corporate office, start yelling at them. But that doesn't make me happy. I mean, usually a problem is a problem. It doesn't get resolved just because you yell at them. So I feel guilty afterward. I always feel bad when I yell at people. You know, in my job, a lot of time we have to be the bad person to make sure the business works. And do I feel guilty sometimes? I do. And I feel like, you know, that's like me doing bad things. Somebody lost their job because of me or something like that. I feel bad. I do feel bad. And that's where I had to find the balance. Like, when do I become bad? When do I become good? And can I do more good than bad? I mean, for me, I can kind of face myself if I do more good than bad. Getting charred meat type of smokiness with the pepper. I actually don't taste much pepper at the end. It could be because my sense of like flavor and stuff is just getting numb because I smoke so fast. So I didn't get the smokiness, but I definitely taste more sweet as it goes at the end. Pepper, not so much anymore. It could be because I got used to it too. We all get used to flavor, especially with really long cigars. You kind of lose that flavor. You kind of lose the sense of flavor. That's why your pairing is very important, because your pairing have to follow the flavor at the same time help you cleanse your palate. So that's always a hard balance to find. Whatever that you're pairing with, does it kind of give you that that relief, that transition? You know, it's like something different, something still continue to give you the flavor. When you come back here, you still taste that flavor without being overly weird. So okay, so now finally Liga number 9 is giving me some flavor, so it's actually not bad. It's pretty good. Again, that's what I'm talking about. When the ash fall down, transition happens faster. So sometimes you just have to let the ash down. But if you want to beat our ash queen, a lot of work was needed. It's still a good cigar. It's still a good cigar. Such a good relaxing time for me, especially Saturday. It's like, even though the day doesn't really matter for me because I'm, you know, I set my own schedule, I do whatever I need to do, but Saturday still feels like a relaxation day, like, you know, it's a closing out of a week of work. First magic toast and the first time with cedar spill firing up, and I like it. That's great. That's good to hear, Brian. You know, this is what it's all about. You know, the cedar spill. If you use the cedar spill from our group members, you're gonna like it. I almost try to find a reason to use this all the time, only because it just smells so good. Just simply lighting it up smells so great, and it really does help with the initial lighting. When you first light the cigar, you gotta get that ammonia burning taste, but when you use a cedar spill, that flavor is almost not noticeable. So you just get cedar, and it's great. It's super great. Like I say, he should start a business that sells cedars. You'll do great. You'll do great. Oh, here's another one that I want to talk about. There's a lot of members that literally says, well, you know, why don't you just become a cigar person that really start a business on it and all that stuff. I want to just make an announcement here. I'm not going to do that. Because I love to give a cigar away, and doing that will not allow me to give cigar away, and that's never gonna happen. All right, it will take the entire U.S. government to tell me to stop giving cigars away. I literally had to be served by the court to tell me to stop giving cigars away. So I'll continue to give a cigar away. I don't care who you are, and tell me whatever, all the benefit, tax write-off, or whatever. I don't care. All right, I want to continue to give cigar away. So we're not gonna corporate or make a business out of this. Not gonna happen. I'll continue to run the group even if I have to go broke, negative, or whatever. I don't mind to lose a few bucks here and there. It makes me feel good. So that's not gonna happen. All right, I'm not gonna, you know, it's like, hey, if you do this as a business, and you gotta be able to charge people more, blah blah blah. No, not gonna happen. I just want this to run afloat. That's all I care. For cigar shop, but man, the regulation for what I thought was insane. Yeah, there's too many rules too. I don't want to follow any of that rule. I want to be an average consumer. I want to continue to share my hobby with everybody here, and so long as you know, it's doable, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna make a company out of this. I think that's what this is all about. I think the sharing and all that stuff is what this is all about, and I'm not gonna and nothing personal to people who ask me, okay? Nothing personal. I just want to say I just don't want to do that, and I try to do. I explain it too many times that, you know, what right here once and for all, I'm gonna tell you I'm not gonna make a business out of this, and I am not gonna become a cigar vendor or anything like that. I mean, let the pros do it. Let the cigar mechanic, let all the shop that we support to do that. They are the expert at this, and they are the best at that. So not gonna change that. I've had a unique idea for a cigar shop, but I read that. I like to use cigar spill most in the morning with the light to medium smoke and my morning coffee. Something about it to make it ritualistic and enjoyable. Yes, that's totally right, and I agree with Wells that that's how you're gonna, you know, you start the day. Everybody wake up in the morning kind of like, I had to go through with my day, but that will really get you pumped up. You know, you do what makes you happy. And that reminds that whatever the work that you do is gonna give you that continuously. So that's gonna really set up the mood for the day. Yeah, the vibe, the chill vibe. You know, you go to work already satisfied, happy, and you come back to work another cigar. Great, why not? So yeah, this is what it is. In the future, if I ever do rent places all across America for our member to smoke, that's still not gonna be a business. I'm just gonna rent a place. Nothing's gonna be sold. It's just gonna be a lounge. That way, I'm not gonna even register as a smoking lounge or whatever. I'm just gonna rent a place. Yeah, it's not gonna happen with me. I can promise you that. I'm not gonna go register as a business and whatever. It's not gonna happen. For me, it's all about the happiness about everybody, and you know, and again, here's another thing about the group buys too. Don't feel like you have to buy the group buy. I'm gonna buy those boxes anyway, and I just want to be able to share that with friends and members, so that we can all try a special cigar, hard to get cigar, whatever, without having to buy an entire box. I mean, afterward, if you want to go buy an entire box, it's totally fine. The reason I'm sharing the box so that everybody can try it, so that you don't have to buy an entire box to try it. So. Even though it's all overtime and the only day I can have cigar at work with my coffee makes the day so cheaper for me. Saturday morning is usually the time where I really just spend the time with my wife. So that's what I like to do. I want to chip in some time for my wife too. And that's what I usually do in the day of a Saturday morning and Sunday morning. That's what I usually do. So Saturday and Sunday is quite important to me. It's the time where I get to walk around with my wife, just chat, and do whatever my wife wants to do. That's the great thing to do for me. And obviously the group. It's funny because my wife is subscribed to another other group in Facebook. But she said every morning she wake up, opens up the Facebook right away, and her thing is our Shadow Smokers Legion. I said that's because we're so active. We're so good at sharing what makes us happy for the day. That's why you gotta see that. You gotta see that all the time. And she doesn't mind just looking at it, because a lot of times she enjoys seeing what the members have. So we're a great group. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I go everywhere as like Shadow Smokers Legion all the way. A lot of time you go out, you kind of don't want to tell people what group you're in. But Shadow Smokers Legion is one that I can be really proud and say, hey, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, I belong to Shadow Smokers Legion. It's a great group. And they'll be like, how do I join it? I was like, well, you better know somebody, because I am that person that's not gonna invite anyone. Yeah, I want to make sure that I am very mutual in this group, so I don't invite anyone other than the OGs, and the rest is up to you guys to decide whether or not someone deserves to be in the group. If there's any issue whatsoever, just let me know. I'll look into it. I'll definitely look into it. There's nothing that's gonna stop me from action on it, because we're not business. And if anything that's gonna change the vibe of the group, I act on it. I act on it right away. There's no question about that. Because for me, there's no such thing as I can't kick out that person because our business depends on it. No. I'm gonna keep this group the way it is. I think it's great, and everybody's get the same vibe all the time. And that's the goal. For that reason, I'm not gonna invite anybody myself. Why? Because I feel like if I do invite someone, I will be biased towards that person, right? I'll be like, oh, because I invited him, I'm not gonna kick him no matter what happens. No, that's not gonna happen with me. So I'm not gonna invite anybody, so I can be perfectly mutual. When somebody did something that will hurt the group or in turn change the vibe of the group, goodbye. That's the way it is. I don't know. I might feel bad about it, but it's for the greater good. So that's how I do it. So don't feel weird. I mean, if you report somebody to me, because I never give out the name who reported to me. I'll never do that. All right. So long as I get the evidence, so long as I see it, I act on it. Because who reported, does it really matter? And I recall having to let a guy go in my old job, and then we become great friends after the fact, because the pressure of the job wasn't straining the relationship. That is what I'm talking about. Once you leave the door of the job, you're just another person. And that friend or that worker to you is another person. Don't ever exercise your position from work outside of work. That's not fair to anybody. Don't do that. you'll be much happier to leave work at work. Once you leave work, that's not your work anymore. Not until the next day. So don't ever exercise that power outside of your job. You're never gonna be happy. You'll always be happy. Just leave job at work. After you leave that door, you're just another person. Enjoy your time with everybody. All right. When you're inside of work, there's no friend. Once you're outside of work, you're best friends. That's totally fine. That's how you should do it. You know, we work to live, not live to work. So work should be a very minuscule part of your life. Enjoy your time with friends. In the end, you might change job, you might come and go, workers come and go, but the friendship is gonna last way past all your jobs, way past everything that you do. And to me, everybody in Shadow Smokers Legion is family to me. It's family. I'm talking about like in serious sense. It's family to me. I know that something goes up, I can count on Shadow Smokers Legion to back me, and that's what I mean. Like I trust everybody in the group, and it's like a family to me. So. Brian, I'm glad that you totally enjoy the Magic Toast. If you want to share what flavor that you're getting, let us know. Let us know. That's that's all what the Smoke Together is all about. Even though we only have 4 minutes left, so you better share it soon. You better share it soon. But it's a great cigar. I'm glad that we get to smoke that together. And obviously, I'll announce the next cigar soon, because we need to do this again and again and again, because it's so much fun to talk about what everybody's tasting for the same cigar. Sometimes we might taste something different. Sometimes somebody might find a note that we didn't realize that was there, and then all of a sudden you read that, you go, that's what I taste too. That's what I taste too. And that's really important for somebody to kind of point out this thing you might not notice. You want to try that. Nice mellow pepper on the retro hill. I agree with that. In the beginning, it's kind of strong though. The first few puffs, very strong pepper, but after that, it's very enjoyable to retro hill. It's really good. Today's ashtray is brought to you by my carpet. All the ash just falling into my carpet. So yeah, we only have 3 minutes left. I just want to really wrap this up by telling you guys I really appreciate for all of you to join me today to really enjoy this Magic Toast. And I think that for all of you to be here, enhance the experience of smoking that particular cigar for me, even better than the first time. Even better than the first time. I hope that you guys feel the same way as well, that you enjoy cigars, particular cigar that we're smoking together, because I think that talking about it enhance the way I had. So thank you guys for showing up today and smoke that cigar with me, because I enjoyed it a lot more than when I first smoked it the first time. So I appreciate it, and I hope that all of you will try to do the contest by taking a picture of yourself smoking it and do the hashtag. The hashtag is in the title of this particular video today. So the next group smoke, I'll find another one that's very interesting, so that we can all smoke together and give us enough time, 3 months or 2 months, to find that particular cigar so we can smoke it again. I want to give people enough time to find the particular cigar that we want to smoke. It might not be a cigar that we do group buys, but try our best to find that cigar so that we can smoke together. I would not have gotten out at 3 this morning for this. Great. This way I get smoked socially. Well, you're always welcome to join us in the night shows. I try to do all the night shows whenever I can. Just a heads up, I may or may not be able to make it next Saturday because I'm traveling. If I don't make it, I'll try to put up a video for everybody to enjoy as well. I'll try to sneak a giveaway in there as well. So make sure to watch that one as well. I'm pretty sure Bob the Cigar Guy, Cigars Daily, and Matia Maya will also put out videos for you guys to enjoy at the meantime. But I'll try to upload it. If I could upload a video, I could do a live streaming on middle of nowhere, then I will try to do that. If I can't, then it is what it is. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight, and I hope everybody is gonna enjoy the rest of tonight and tomorrow. And I'll definitely try to see do another live on Facebook on Monday or Tuesday. When I receive those cigars, maybe I'll do an opening or whatever. And hopefully everybody can enjoy that as well. So enjoy your night. I'm gonna finish this up and enjoy my night as well. And hope you guys can get a great Sunday, because like Bob said, you guys are super awesome. I really think so from the bottom of my heart. And let's do this soon again, okay? So have a good night. I'll see you guys next time. Be saucy, and I'm out of here. Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. Well, if I can find a button to turn this off, right? If I can find a button. So don't forget, the hashtag is in the title of this particular video, okay? It's in the title of this particular video. And I'll see you guys on Facebook. Bye.